So flashback to about 6 or 7 months ago. I was in track, right? I was pretty fast. I was one of the fastest people on the freshman part because, all the juniors and seniors were absolutely kicking my ass, right? But I was doing pretty good. I was probably one of the top three, right? This is a kind of weird thing to say in a drumming video, but you know, I was doing really great. I was, getting all my runs in. The 100-meter dash was what I did, and it was like my life back then, right? Drumming was kind of like off to the side. And so one day after a race, I was like, damn, my legs hurt, right? And I'd never had shin splints before, but I asked everyone. I was like, why do my shins hurt so bad? And they were like, oh, I think you got shin splints, buddy. I was like, well, shit, because this is gonna affect a lot of my stuff. Because my legs are like what I do. Leg day is my favorite day at the gym. I play drums, which I could just play without a kick, but whatever. And I most of all I couldn't run, so I was like, wow, I gotta take this a step back. So I don't go to practice for about like a month, right? Everyone's starting to be like, what's happening? What's happening? Why is he not coming? Our favorite freshman. Oh no, right? Nobody was saying that, by the way. I kind of sucked. But still, everyone was like, why is he not coming? So I come back one day and I'm like, yo, coach, how do I fix this? Right? And so he gave me like, a list of exercises. It was only two, but he told me do these, every day, and then they'll be better. And do them weighted too, because I still went to the gym. I just didn't hit leg day. Still haven't hit leg day since. Right, so he told me to do these exercises, and they were shin exercises. So it seems counterintuitive, but you basically just make your shins hurt like so bad that you can't sleep. I actually did that one night. It hurt so bad that I couldn't sleep the entire night. But the important thing is, I never fully healed. I went to a few of the meets, and they're great meets. They're pretty awesome. But when the season was over, I went back to the drum kit, and before this, I could barely even use my left foot. I couldn't even lift it up for fuck's sake. I couldn't even like hit it, right? Well, when I went back on the drum set and I tried to play frickin' Knocked Loose, it worked. It worked phenomenal. It was amazing. And I was like, yo, what the actual fuck, right? So I'm pretty sure that those shin exercises that I was doing back then really helped my drumming now. So that begs the question, what exercises was I doing, right? And I'll show you those in a second, but I'm pretty sure there's like some sort of science behind it, why those shin muscles make it better. But here's the thing. So basically what my bald track coach told me to do was to do this with my feet. I would go up, can't really say it, up, 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 like that, and then you would go right, you would kind of do that, and then do that for 30 seconds, and then the next 30 seconds at the same time. And you would just do that until your shins gave out and you couldn't sleep. Yeah.